little boy, he woke up for school, got dressed and brushed his teeth. He went into the kitchen for breakfast, but Mom was nowhere to be seen. He went into her room to see if he could find her, and she was on her bed and she was crying. He said, "Mom, what's wrong?" She said, "Son, today we are no longer free." She said, "Son, sit down on the bed." He did as he was told, and she rubbed his head. She was quiet almost longer than he could take. She said, "Son, let me see if I can help you understand." She said, "Today you'll mow the lawn and I'll give you $5, but when you get to school, the government will have you give 2 up, 'cause there's another boy who doesn't have enough to eat." He said, "Mom, that's fine with me." She said, "You're sweet, but I'm not done. Every day from now on, you have to give 2 more up. So instead of that boy learning to work and making a life for himself, he'll just learn to depend on you helping him out. There's nothing wrong with helping someone in need, but there's a huge difference between dependency and necessity. To most, that difference is night and day. But our government doesn't want us to see it that way. So you'll keep on giving him money every day, and all he'll ever do is just learn how to get paid. Until one day they'll show up at his door and say, 'Boy, you're in danger. The right's gonna take your money away.' And over the years, you'll have learned to get by. You'll learn to work hard because you're losing such a big piece of your pie. But when that boy finds out he's gonna lose his free ride, it's not his fault, but he's never had to learn to get by. They'll say, 'Calm down, all you have to do is vote for us.' And well, that's easy enough. The sad thing is they're doing us no favors. They've never had to sweat and bleed to pay their bills. They've never laid awake nights wondering where they'd find the money, and they've never had to sell the things they love so their babies wouldn't go hungry." The boy said, "Well, maybe they should give the money to me." She said, "Son, if that boy learned to work, we wouldn't be here in the first place. See, this doesn't apply to just one little boy. They've done this to millions all across the country." She could see the innocent confusion in his eyes, and she said, "Son, someday you'll understand greed, money, and lies. See, everyone knows, but no one will say, but due to some unknown reason, politicians leave much richer than they came. 'Cause some of that money that they have to give doesn't always make it into the hands of the folks that depend. See, every time they make one more person dependent, it's just one more vote to ensure they'll get in. But it's just one step in a big scheme of plans. One day they think they'll decide for every person in this land." He said, "Well, isn't that why Daddy went across seas?" She said, "Son, your daddy gave his life so we can continue to be free. But don't you worry, 'cause when the time comes, millions of families just like us will rise to the call. We'll stand side by side for the world to see exactly what happens when tyranny destroys freedom and peace. We'll stand like our forefathers when the British stormed Charleston and fight back like our grandparents when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. See, for all their planning and scheming, they just don't understand that tyranny will never have a place in this great land. American isn't something that can be bought or paid for. It's the goosebumps you get when 21 guns salute a fallen hero. It's the tears that fall when you see the headstones at Gettysburg, and it's the anger you feel when you see the monument where the Twin Towers stood. It's the pride you get when you hear the national anthem, and son, that is something that'll never be bought or taken. See, our forefathers, they vowed freedom or death, and we as their children can do no less. 'Cause one day you and all our children will run this land. So together we'll fall, or united we'll stand.